Welcome back to Olympus Critics. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a like for the algorithm that does help the channel grow. So, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson addressed the Black Adam fiasco. This movie came out last year. A lot of us were excited about the film, and what he had to say was there was a vortex of leadership, blah blah blah, which I knew it was coming. I knew he wasn't going to hold himself accountable for how the film did. It was a terrible film. Now, for him not getting a sequel, we know why I didn't get a sequel. The movie was dog water. It was bad. Now, if you enjoyed the movie, like I always say, it's subjective. You can enjoy that film. I won't watch it again. I didn't like the story. Didn't like the characters. Dr. Fate seemed like he was dumbed down. I said this in that video I did, I think like 2 months ago. They dumbed down Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is a powerhouse. But he was just dumbed down. Pierce Brosnan was fantastic as Dr. Fate. Don't get me wrong. He was just dumbed down, and like I said, the story was just god awful. It was a god awful story. The young child actor they had, nothing against that young man. He shouldn't have been in the movie. That character shouldn't have been in the movie. It definitely did feel like a 90s Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal and the kid that played the character, whatever. It felt like that, and it was just bad, man. The pacing, I mean, the action was decent. Could have been a lot better, but I just didn't agree with him getting the Jungle Cruise director. That movie didn't do good, and you bring him along to this film that you've been working on for years. I cannot understand. You've been wanting this film for years. You would have had a better creative team around you to knock this out of the park. He didn't do that. He thought that just his name, we noticed that it was just gonna be his name that would have just had this movie make $1 billion. Nah, don't work like that. You got to have a good story. I mean, give us the source material of Black Adam, which he didn't. He ignored the origin story. That was a totally different origin story than what we got in the comics. How he did it. We didn't really see him interact with the wizard Shazam. We only saw a glimpse of Jasmine Hanzu. That was it. Nothing at all. He did his own little story. We got Sabak. That should have dived more into that villain. We only got to see him towards the end. Yeah, man, this movie was bad, man. If you can't hold yourself responsible enough to say you put out a bad movie, you did. It was a crapper. One thing I will give credit to Mackenzie Davis, who was in the Dark Fate last Terminator movie. She admitted something. I'm trying to remember what she said about, a lot of people probably just lost interest in the Terminator film. That's why her film didn't do well, which was, I would say, a better film than Shazam. Even though it was a better film, but I like that she admitted why the movie didn't do good. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he's not gonna do that. He feels like it should have got a sequel, even though we had Henry Cavill at the end. This was the last hope to see Henry Cavill, which we all know. The studios, Warner Brothers, were waiting to see if this movie was good. Maybe we could have saw Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's version of the DCU, but we're not. He failed, and that cost us Henry Cavill, which sucks. But yeah, man, he can continue to say leadership played a part in his movies. We know that he played a big part of getting Shazam out of. He played a big part of getting Black Adam out of the Shazam movies. So yeah, man, he failed on this one. He failed big time, which is nothing wrong. Just got to get back on the drawing board. You won't get another opportunity to play this character. But looking long term, when James Gunn, if he wants to do Black Adam, maybe he can actually give us the Black Adam that we want to see. But post comments, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson needs to hold himself accountable for putting out a crapper, or does he have a right to blame leadership for why he's not getting a sequel? Post comments, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.